Welcome to our YouTube channel Dream Dynamics.
Once upon a time, there used to be a very beautiful and enthralling village near a very peaceful river. In that village, there lived a young, merciful, and gullible boy named William, who was the only son to his parents. He was so gullible that even a boy of 10 years old could fool him. William had big dreams and aspirations in his life, and he was completely determined to achieve them, no matter what obstacles came his way. He was prepared to cope with them. However, his life was filled with many toxic people who did not want William to make any progress and achieve any achievements in his life. William soon realized that there were people in his life who were constantly bringing him down from reaching where he always wanted to reach. These were the toxic people who constantly criticized, belittled, and discouraged him. Most of these toxic people were none other than his friends, relatives, and neighbors who were always envious of him. At first, William tried to ignore these toxic people and continued to pursue his dreams. But as time went on, their negativity started to affect his confidence and motivation. He began to doubt himself and his abilities. Toxic people were bringing him down, and he knew that he had to do something about it. One day, William made up his mind to confront the toxic people in his life. He told them how their negativity and negative talks were affecting him, and that he could no longer tolerate it. Some of them were apologetic, while others continued to be toxic. William realized that cutting himself off from the toxic people was not easy for him, but it was necessary for his well-being and success. From that day on, William made a conscious effort to surround himself with supportive and positive people who could motivate and inspire him on his journey. One day, when William was sitting under a large tree near the beautiful pond of his village, a few of his negative friends, who had become much richer in their lives, approached him and began to ask what he had thought to do in the near future and what he had done in his life so far. At this time, William could say nothing to them, but he knew in his heart that these friends were his ill-wishers in the guise of his friends. That's why he said nothing to them about his future plans. But somewhere, it hurt William's feelings. Now, he was getting ambiguous about his dreams and aspirations. Being disturbed by all this, William thought to approach an old, wise Zen master to seek his guidance and support. The Zen master used to reside peacefully with his disciples in his monastery, nestled among the high and wider valleys. The wise old Zen master was very renowned for his guidance, profound wisdom, and deep knowledge. After covering the arduous journey to the monastery, William finally reached there. Having reached there, William saw that the Zen master had already been engaged in solving the problems and sufferings of the people troubled by life. William bowed respectfully before the master and sat down. When William's turn came, he told the whole happening to the master. He said to the master, "Sir, people taunt, discourage, belittle, and disrespect me whenever and wherever they find any opportunity. At first, The master went on listening to all this, and then smiled gently and said, "William, people start getting jealous of you. They start belittling and speaking ill to you when they find you better than themselves. When they see you getting ahead of them in life, William, you must be happy that people are jealous of you, say bad things to you, and discourage you. This shows that somewhere you are ahead of those people in the race of life." On this, William said, "Sir, however, please teach and guide me on how I can avoid and handle these plague and peace disturbing people in my life." On this, the Zen master said to William, "My son, many people face the problem of toxic people in their life. Toxic people are those who are negative, rude, mean, or dishonest. They try to bring others down or hurt them with their words and actions. They create a lot of stress and unhappiness in others' lives. That's why today I will tell you 3 best ways to keep the toxic people away from your life and live a peaceful life. Then, listen carefully, William. The first best way to remove bad and toxic people from your life is to never give your undivided attention to them. At first, these people will hurt you with their negative words and actions, and then later ask you if you got hurt. So, if you really want to live a peaceful life, toxic elements, and no negativity, then you have to put your whole attention on what you want to do in your life, and don't let anything distract you from doing it. Just focus only on what is important to you and what you have control over, William. When we are focused on our work and our priorities, then we don't have the time to see all the drama around us. We don't have the time to notice the mistakes of others, William. My son, wherever you go, you will surely find such toxic people who will always try to bring you down to their level. After imparting the first lesson to William, the Zen master started telling the second best way to handle toxic people and people who don't like us. William, my son, whenever you find any toxic people around you, then never respond to them. This is the best reply to them from our side. Just keep yourself engaged in what's best for you, what's best for your present and future. The more you pay attention to what these people say, you will trouble yourself, the more you will break yourself from within. That's why you have to make yourself strong, both inside and outside, so that whenever you come across a bad person, you will be ready for it. They were always toxic before you, and they will be toxic after you. William, my child, you don't have to make room for people who cause you pain, sufferings, or make you feel small. It's one thing if a person owns up to their behavior and makes an effort to change. But if a person disregards your feelings, ignores your boundaries, and continues to treat you in a harmful way, then they need to go, William. Always remember that toxic people may come from your family too. It is not necessary that negative and toxic people meet us outside. Sometimes it also happens that we encounter these people in our own house or in relationships. These people are generally self-centered and self-absorbed. They just think about themselves and do only those things which are good for them at the expense of others. They are manipulators who just know how to get the job done. The Zen master continued to impart the third and last valuable lesson about dealing with toxic people to William. Learn the art of letting go. If you really want to deal with the toxic people in your life, when you let go of the toxic people in your life, you will find that life becomes so much easier, William, my child. Until you let go of all the toxic people in your life, you will never be able to grow into your fullest potential. So let them go so that you can grow and live happily, William. Sometimes you have to let people go because they are toxic to you, toxic to the peace of your mind. Let them go because they take, and in the end, they leave you empty. That's why it becomes very necessary for us to let these toxic and negative people get out of our life. Because in the ocean of life, when all you are trying to do is stay afloat, they are the anchor that's drowning you. William, you never, ever have to feel guilty about removing toxic people from your life. It doesn't matter whether someone is a relative, romantic interest, childhood friend, or a new acquaintance. You don't have to make any room for the people who make you feel bad, who make you feel broken from inside, who always try to disregard your feelings, and who always dislike and disrespect you and your emotions. You are good to them until you are working for them, and as soon as you stop working for them, they will not remember what you did for them. All they will remember is what you didn't do for them. Such people use innocent people to get their work done, and when their work is completed, they do not even ask those people about their well-being. Let's just say these people are mean and selfish right from the beginning. That's why try to keep yourself away from these toxic people as much as possible, because these people themselves are of negative energy, and they also affect other people with their negative energy and actions. Saying all this, and by giving 3 valuable lessons to William about how to handle toxic people in life, the Zen master closed his divine eyes and began to meditate again. William got up and thanked the master for imparting these 3 invaluable teachings about toxic people. And he also thanked him for his guidance and spiritual support. After bowing down respectfully before the master, William returned from there. Now, whenever William encountered any negative person or toxic people in his village or anywhere else, he never responded to them, nor did he think about what those negative elements were saying about him, whether it was good or bad. Slowly but surely, by taking control of his relationships and surrounding himself with positivity, William was able to overcome the obstacles in his way and achieve his goals that he had always wanted to achieve. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found this story meaningful and the lessons impactful, don't miss out on more content like this. Subscribe to our channel to stay connected and receive regular updates filled with insightful narratives and valuable life lessons. Thank you for your support, and we look forward to sharing more empowering stories with you. Remember, every small step towards personal development counts. See you in our next video.